2018 Land Rover Range Rover Sport Review. The good points of Land Rover Range Rover Sport: luxurious, rapid, agile, more efficient than previously. The bad points of Land Rover Range Rover Sport: won't give up, looks just like Range Rover. The Land Rover Range Rover Sport is definitely an ultra-premium sporty 4x4, which is the second generation model, which was given an all-inclusive redesign. It's closely in accordance with the new 2013 Range Rover, but is shorter, lower and weighs 45 kilograms less. Compared towards the outgoing Sport, that is no slouch by modern standards. The newest version is 420 kilograms lighter. That's roughly the same as nearly 5 adults and delivers a performance transformation like Jonah Lomu morphing into Usain Bolt. What's more, you are able to really differentiate from in the driver's seat. It's a great deal better than the outgoing model overall. Leaner, faster and reduced emissions. The crash diet means the 2013 Range Rover Sport is a lot more agile, quicker from the blocks and uses less fuel while performing it. In the last version, the existing 5.0-litre V8 supercharged version emitted 348 grams/km of CO2 and managed 0-60 in 6 seconds flat. The newer version drops the emissions to 298 grams/km, which enable it to hit 60 miles per hour from your standing from just under 5 seconds. Choice of engines and trims. While the 5.0-litre V8 supercharged may be the sporting star on the range, virtually all buyers are going to be interested in the opposite engines. There are 3 diesels, including a 3.0-litre V6 with 2 power outputs, 255 and 288 bhp, and also a 4.4-litre V8 diesel. Later in 2010 there are also a hybrid diesel available for purchase. The V6 diesels will tend to be the star sellers, using the higher powered version as being a compelling blend of performance and efficiency. The other petrol option will probably be a new 3.0-litre V6 supercharged engine, while further down the road a smaller 4-cylinder engine are going to be offered. All engines include an 8-speed automatic gearbox and stop-start technology as standard. There are 3 main trims, say, HSE and also the range-topping Autobiography, together with the option to add the dynamic package, which further raises the car's on-road performance. On- and off-road handling. The Sport is suited with an innovative suspension setup that is certainly designed to maximize its performance on and off-road. It certainly performs off-road, handling deep wading, steep descents and gnarly, deep ruts with incredible ease, including thanks on the Terrain Response 2 system, which often can automatically select the best driving mode for the circumstances. On the street the Sport impresses much more, displaying that agility and grip that belies its size. There is not much body roll along with the car hoovers up twisty back roads with consummate ease. The dynamic package has such systems as torque vectoring control, which enables the 4x4 turn a tighter line. Latest deals from Buick are: Land Rover Range Rover Sport I, £53,995, or £656 every month. Land Rover Range Rover Sport 3.0, £36,844, or £455 each month. See all deals on Land Rover Range Rover Sport. Representative example: representative APR of 7.9%, borrowing £10,509 over 48 months on HP type finance. The quantity payable can be £250 per month, which has a total cost of credit of £1,483 and also a total amount payable of £11,992. Dennis Buick Car Limited, 3132 Alfred Place, London, WC1E7DP, GB09151058, is really a credit broker regulated by FCA, FRN:667368. New technology and equipment. Not only would be the Sport more spacious inside, but it really comes with some firsts. There's the choice of 5+2 seating with occasional +2 seats inside the boot. The electrically operated seats is usually raised when needed and fold flush to exit a flat boot floor it uses very little. There's also an electrically deployed tow bar, Wi-Fi hotspot inside the car, a powered tailgate, 4-zone climate control with independent regulation to the rear passengers. Plus there is really a range of kit that you'd expect to find on the large premium 4x4, including keyless entry and stop, start, soft close doors, electrically heated front windscreen and rear seats that could recline. So has got the long-time favourite of Premier League footballers plus the Yummy Mummy set really taken an essential step forward, or have its rivals much like the Porsche Cayenne or BMW X5 and overtaken it? Range Rover Sport Review. Clearly Land Rover Range Rover Sport performance is often a major strength in this premium 4x4 car. The Sport is going to be offered with 2 petrol engines, 3 diesels and something diesel hybrid system. There is likewise a 4-cylinder engine offered for the first time that could bring the Sport's overall weight as a result of below 2,000 kilograms. Petrol engine choices. At the top in the range may be the firm's excellent 5.0-litre V8 supercharged petrol engine. With an extremely lighter car to shift, the V8 engine with 503 bhp accelerates the experience from 0 to 62 miles per hour in mere 5.3 seconds and so on to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. That's significantly up in comparison to the outgoing 5.0-litre V8 model, which took in excess of 6 seconds hitting 62 miles per hour from rest and can only manage a top speed of 140 miles per hour. The new model also sees the same uplift in efficiency, with the modern model reducing emissions to 298 grams/km of CO2, down from 348 grams/km, but that still means the Sport sits within the top road tax band. There can also be an all-new 3.0-litre V6 supercharged petrol engine offered with 335 bhp and CO2 emissions of 249 grams/km that can take it down one band from the highway tax's top tier. Diesel engines. Land Rover can also be offering an array of other engines inside the Range Rover Sport, including 3 diesel engine options, and also a hybrid version. On offer is often a 3.0-litre V6 diesel engine with 2 outputs as well as a 4.4-litre V8 diesel. The V6 engine may be ordered with 288 bhp, badged SDV6, or 255 bhp, TDV6, power outputs. The more robust SDV6 feels very strong inside the Sport and in a position to match the top of the range 5.0-litre petrol engine for the vast majority of road driving conditions. While it can't match the important V8 petrol for quicker acceleration and sheer oral delight, the diesel can appear far more frugal, indicating 28 miles per gallon on test, and emits way less CO2 with 199 grams/km. If you're worried about running costs, the low-powered V6 diesel, TDV6, emits even less CO2 with 194 grams/km and packs a similar pulling power because the SDV6. The 4.4-litre V8, tagged SDV8, has tremendous pulling power SP watch through the entire rev range, which enable it to dash from 0 to 62 miles per hour in a mere 6.5 seconds while emitting 229 grams/km CO2. Finally, Land Rover will launch a hybrid diesel which is claimed being nearly as quick since the SDV8 but only emits 169 grams/km of CO2 due to assistance from an electric-powered motor. Like the main Range Rover Sport, handling is one area this 4x4 does perfectly. What is really noticeable is what a big leap forwards the newest version is. The steering feels sharp and accurate, using a good resistance while you turn the leader. The Sport responds quickly to direction changes, and instead of feeling such as a large, heavy weight, it feels as though it is very easy to boss into corners and throw into roundabouts. This is aided by the dynamic package, which adds many driver aid tech including torque vectoring control that actually works by transferring more pulling chance to the outside wheels, thus tightening the queue through a corner. It sounds like science gobbledygook, nevertheless the reality is really a car that turns in sharply and holds a lot tighter line than you'd think possible. Off-road handling. The same pertains to off-road driving, using the Sport showing the identical remarkable off-roading skills that this Range Rover has. Steep, slippery ascents, deep wading in nearly 1 yard of water and clambering over rocks, the Sport may seem to take my way through its stride. Land Rover moved to great lengths to indicate that ultimately the regular Range Rover gets the greater ability off-road, but you'd have to become contemplating an ascent on the north face in the Eiger to truly notice the differences between your two cars. As you can anticipate from this sort of large car, the Sport comes with a typically commanding view with the road ahead. As the driver you sense the controls and displays wrap around you, if you don't feel quite as cocooned much like some other rivals. The central console is wide to host 2 cup holders, and there is usually a classy simplicity on the layout from the dials, buttons and controls. You experience an 8-inch dual-view touchscreen that's intuitive to work with on the whole and is successful in conjunction using the main command buttons mounted to your side. The central digital instrument display is apparent and an easy task to watch, plus it's an easy task to toggle over the menus. The chunky leader, adjustable for each and rake, is tactile, along with the 2 mounted pods enables the driver to make use of the cruise control and speakers among others. Land Rover Range Rover Sport comfort levels have already been improved considerably in the outgoing model, that have been sumptuous from the first place. Thanks into a longer wheelbase, there is a bit more space for passengers and much more legroom for rear passengers who are able to also slide the trunk seats back and towards suit. There's an abundance of shoulder and headroom for all those passengers, plus 4-zone aircon. The Range Rover Sport packs an extraordinary ride with little body roll and bends regardless of weather cornering at speed. Wind and tire noise has become improved within the older model, and Land Rover claims it trumps its rivals. Certainly at speed it can be hard to detect much whine noise, you're feeling cocooned on the outside world. There are 3 main trim levels on the Sport, with all the addition of a dynamic package in the top 2 trims. Standard Land Rover Range Rover Sport equipment. The 3 trims are SAE, HSE and Autobiography, together with the dynamic package and optional extra on HSE and standard on Autobiography. Range Rover Sports will secure as standard such items being a powered tailgate, keyless entry and stop-start, 14-way power adjustable front seats, reclining rear seats, an 8-inch dual-view touchscreen mounted in central dash, soft door close, plus heated front seats, leader and windscreen. A standard mirrored-in audio setup will to utilize the heart from the entertainment system that can provide DAB, FM radio, iPod connectivity, Bluetooth, DVD functions and TV, all controlled and viewable from the 8-inch screen located inside the central dash. The mirrored-in system may be upgraded all the way to some 1700 watts 23 speaker setup. There will likely be a variety of interior and exterior trim and color choices to develop a more bespoke setup, including roof and the body colors, leather interiors and roof linings, including 2-tone options. There are varying alloy designs and sizes which range from 19-inch around 22-inch and all sorts of shod that has a cross-purpose on-off-road tire. The Sport can even feature the Terrain Response 2 system, which may automatically recognize what the stipulations are under tire, both on and off-road, and automatically set the proper suspension, 4x4 and gearbox set nearly tackle it. Go for your Autobiography trim, therefore you get the dynamic package as standard. Optional Land Rover Range Rover accessories. There can be a whole host of accessories from which to choose, including double-length panoramic sunroof, upgraded mirrored and speakers, and also a host of parking aids that could steer your vehicle into tight parallel spaces and out, plus into multi-story type parking spaces, what are known as perpendicular park. Buyers may also choose various camera guides offering a 360-degree view on the car, including about the sides that can help negotiate tire gaps, dubbed flank guard. For increased practicality, Land Rover offers an optional and occasional third list of seats inside the boot. The 2 extra seats are power operated by using a button inside boot, and once not in use is usually lowered to sit down flush together with the boot floor. They may also be roof bars that may be fitted watchy for roof boxes with an electrically operated tow bar that could be deployed when needed. You get methods of off-roading to including weight sensing, which informs the motive force via a visual display, and audible sounds as towards the depth from the water to prevent the automobile going beyond its weight depth of 850 millimeters. There are advanced options including head-up display and traffic sign recognition, which displays road signs for the instrument cluster display. Safety-wise, you will discover driver assist systems like lane departure warning, automatic headlight dip, and enhanced adaptive cruise control, which often can brake the car to some standstill automatically if your traffic right in front comes to some stop. There's another very handy blind spot warning system which uses radar to detect any vehicles hidden in the driver's side view. Land Rover Range Rover Sport safety levels are incredibly impressive thanks with a strong suite of passive and active safety systems. As well as being a full suite of airbags including curtain and side ones, the Sport has 11 active safety systems including stability programs, hill descent control for off-roading, and braking control systems, all built to help avoid an accident inside the first place. There's also selecting and SOS system that may alert emergency services in case of a mishap where the airbags are already deployed. The new Range Rover, in which the Sport is quite closely related, scored the absolute maximum 5 stars within the independent Euro NCAP safety test, so we'd expect an extremely similar score. The only aspect which can provide marginal protection is against whiplash injuries, a space of concern not helped by head restraints that may be adjusted forwards or backwards. It's a considerable 4x4, so Land Rover Range Rover Sport practicality is really a major feature. Boot size continues to be increased by 9% so that it boasts above 1,000 litres of capacity. For initially, Land Rover can give occasional seating from the third row that sits within the floor and side boot. The electrically powered seats are raised and lowered with the button inside the boot and fold flat. It uses very little. Powered tailgates are standard through the range, and there is a lot more storage space inside, including a larger glove box, large central storage underneath the armrest that may include cooler box, twin large cup holders in central console, plus much more commodious door bins.